Morning, everybody. This is Real Talk. Change is coming. Me and my man Norton. We just come to talk about some things on our mind, on our heart this morning. Maybe we can help somebody out through whatever they're going through. What's up, babe?
What's going on? I stopped by this morning. A few things on my mind about the youth, the teenagers, and the mid-age folks in our community. The way that I see things, and some things I don't understand is how we went from our era into the era that we in now. A lot of people looking back at it and say, "Oh, it's the parents' fault," but I feel that it's not their fault. I feel that as a whole, if someone's child is going the wrong way, it should be everybody's responsibility, and ain't nobody stepping up to it. Because I feel a lot of things I went through, I wouldn't have to go through it if someone stood up.
Yeah.
And if you notice here lately, within the past less than 10 years, the courts
System. It's totally different. I look at it too, man, because a lot of parents do get blamed for a lot that goes on with their kids. You can't blame a parent. A parent can tell their kids everything when they got their kid in that house. I can tell my kid, look, man, don't you go out here and do that. Don't you go out here and do that. But once they leave that house, they make their own decisions because they're around their peers. They feel like if I don't smoke this or I don't do this or I don't do this, I'm not cool. So the other kids will look at them different. That's why I don't blame parents. And I hope people stop blaming parents on what kids are doing. It ain't always the parents' fault. Now, I ain't trying to be funny. Now, some parents, you more friends with your kids than parents. We got to stop doing that. It's a time to be friends with them. It's a time to be disciplined to your kids. It's time that you tell your kids, look, this is what I mean. That's what you mean. Don't let them talk back to you. And especially if they stand with you. Hey, ain't no way in the world kids should be talking back to you if they stand with you. That's your home. That's your house. You the king of that castle, not that kid. Right now, the kids think they run the house. They think everything they say they do. I remember like back in the days what your parents cook, that's what you ate. Now, kids don't even want that. I mean, it's just totally different from when we was coming up, man. I mean, the whole vibe is different, man. I just look at it. Our generation is lost right now. Our young kids are lost right now, and I be watching these young girls, man. I mean, girls still in elementary school, high school, man. I ain't dressing like grown ups. Dressing like and you wondering why these guys around here are taking these girls and raping them and selling them and using them for prostitution rings and stuff like that. It's the way you when your kids go out your house, you gonna let your little girl go out your house with no little booty shorts on, little skirts on, showing their breasts, showing their bodies. They too young for that. That's an invitation for somebody to go do what they do. It's like the guys, your son walk out the house with a rag hanging out his pocket, his pants all the way down his butt. He's trying to be a gangbanger. We can see the signs about how our kids dress and how they talk and who they be with. And we always wonder why things happen. It happened because we letting it happen. We see it, but we don't react to it. We feel like it's cool because everybody else kids are doing it. It's not cool to have your little girl go to school dressing like a hooker. It's not cool. Then you wonder why guys want to touch them and kidnap them and say things they shouldn't even be saying to these little girls. It's because the way they dress. They might be 15, 16, but they look like they 30. It's all makeup all over them, little stuff, man. We gotta do better, man, with our kids, man. We just gotta do better. And when we was coming up, we looked out for each other more. I think the love was more in the 90s than it is now. To me, it's too much hate going around right now. Nobody want to see nobody do good no more. Everybody got to figure he doing better than me or she doing better than me, so I got to hate. Instead of just asking, like, what you do to do what you do. Just go by the guideline. Just be real. Need help, ask for help. You want somebody to talk to them. That's where everybody should be. We all should be able to help each other. Instead of trying to put each other down, want to see each other fail, man. It's not cool.
What I like to see is the youth, the young kids out there, be a kid as long as you can.
Yeah.
Once you become a grown up, things become real.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to ask you is the little things that the Northern nigga offer the youth. I mean, for us older folks, we know they'll throw us in substance abuse. They'll throw us in. They got every program out there in the world, to say, well, you take this as help. But for the youth, they got a couple of things. I don't know how you feel about it. They got the YMCA. That's controlled.
Yeah.
They got the Boys and Girls Club. If they're low income families can't afford the $20, they'll kick them out.
Yeah. I don't, be honest with you, with that YMCA thing, that's not for us. It's bad to say that, but I don't think the YMCA for us, man. I think it's basically for them because you only can play ball on certain days, go to the gym on certain days to do certain things. I feel like if I'm paying that money, my kids should be able to go to the Y and play ball. If they want to play ball every day, go play ball every day. If I'm paying that money. I seen times when I was going to the Y, they told us we had to leave out of there. Had half the court done. They were doing something else on the other side. If that's what a basketball court is, we should be playing basketball there. They shouldn't have nothing else in that gym but to play basketball for the kids. If that's the basketball. But they be having other functions and telling you only got an hour here, 2 hours here. I don't think it's right now. The Boys and Girl Club, I think, is a good thing. I really do, because a lot of parents be at work and kids don't have nowhere to go. So I think the Boys and Girl Club is a good thing when the kids leave out of school and they can go there and hang out until their parents, get home. I think more of us should be more active in that and helping our kids, though, when they do come out of there. Like, get more computers, more activities for they can do to help themselves be a better person in this world. So I think the Boys and Girl Club is good. I think we could create some more opportunities for the kids around here, build some more buildings, to help kids better themselves. Like a training program for jobs or something like that they can get into.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool. I just think and having positive people around them 24/7, you know what I'm saying? And that'd be a good thing. Somebody to mentor them and to help them, what's going on in this world today. Because the world we live in today is crazy.
What would you say? What would you say to the youth or someone, not just the young, but young and old, that want to come out, they want to change, and they want that help, and they don't want that life no more? What would you say to them to change? It's scared. They so afraid someone might judge them, or they just scared to come out.
What I say to them is be yourself. Be yourself is the number one thing that you can be. When you wake up in the morning, look in your mirror and say, I love myself. Then you go on with your day. And I believe most, like you're saying right now, most of the kids are scared because they're scared of what their peers going to say about them. If I don't claim this hood or I don't do this, I'm not going to be accepted by my peers. And I say, man, if you're not accepted by your peers or who you are, you don't need to be with them. They don't need to be your friends. If they don't like you for who you are, find some new friends who like you for who you are. I mean, that goes for the guys who joining gangs, to the guys that do anything. If nobody like you for who you are, that's even in a relationship. If you feel like it ain't right at home and you going through hell at home, leave. Why put yourself through all that if that person ain't loving you the way you supposed to be loved? Just leave. Ain't nothing wrong with leaving, especially if you're leaving for a good reason. Ain't nothing wrong with leaving friends behind if they ain't there for you. If they just hold on to you, using you up, you don't need to be around them, man, because you're trying to better yourself. See, that's the problem right now, what we have right now. Everybody's scared to leave a circle of who they're around because they don't want to be talked about. Hey, everybody got to leave that circle if that circle ain't with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't show you love the way you want that love, you got to leave. You don't need for everybody in this world to love you. Because everybody ain't going to love you. Remember that. When you start bettering yourself, the hate will come. So best believe that everybody don't love you now. Some people gonna love you, but everybody ain't gonna love you.
We done a lot coming up. We experienced, our generation, our time, we experienced a lot. We went out there, we did it all. We had it fun, and I feel in my heart we was more educated back then when we done it. My only problem is, in my situation is, I took it too far.
Yeah.
I like the rush, you know. I wanted to play with them folks. And, you know, I just want to put out there that, you know, when you play with them folks, they got a place for you.
Well, they got a cage for you.
They got a place for you, you know.
Yeah.
And they say that it's a setup, but I feel that the only person that, you know, can set yourself up is you.
That's true. That's true. And then right now, every time they put one of us in one of them cages or them systems, it's $40,000 for a person the time they lock you up. So don't think they're gonna be scared to lock you up and they know they're making money off of you. You know, and I used to say that too when I was coming. It was the white man's fault. It was the white man's fault when I was doing bad. It's not the white man's fault, man. We put ourselves in them predicaments, man. We want that fast money and we want that fast life, but we needed somebody to blame while we was doing wrong, so we always blame the white man. I'm not blaming the white man for what I done in the past. I got accepted on what I done. I did it. Hey, nobody made me sell dope. Ain't nobody made me cheat. Nobody made me steal. Ain't nobody made me do this. I did it because I wanted to do it. But the time when I get caught, I wanted to blame somebody for my faults. Hey, stop blaming other people for things that we do. Blame yourself. That's how you become a better person. When you can take responsibility for your own faults. And stop blaming everybody else for your faults. Hey, it's life, man. I'm going to tell you anybody right now. You don't want to be behind no cage. Why would you want to be behind a cage and somebody got to wake you up? Somebody got to tell you what to do the whole time you in there. You don't have no power whatsoever while you in there. Somebody pushing every button for you. Telling you what to do, how to do it, when to sleep, when to get up, when to eat. Hey, it's too much freedom out here to want to be behind a cage, man. You know what I'm saying? I know all of us make mistakes. I'm just telling the ones if you listening, if you behind a cage and you listen to this conversation, when you get home, it's still a better life for you. You don't have to go back behind them cages to have a better life. It's things out here that you can do. You just got to get up, hook up with the right people, and surround yourself with the right people. Don't get out and get hanging with the same people who put you behind them cages. You know, start hanging with some other people who not trying to go to jail. You know, get with some people that are trying to live right. And that's when your life will start changing for the better, man. Because I don't blame nobody for what I have done in the past. I don't need people to stop blaming other people for what you have done in the past or what you're doing right now. Stop blaming other people. You're doing it because you want to do it, not because somebody making you do
it. You notice that within the community, the school system educates our children, and even educate me until this day. But they educate them to prepare them for life. Do you feel that the county the northern Neck and the whole need to come up with something with the reality side to let these kids know, you know, be more aware of what's going on in their community so they won't get pulled into it?
I believe that, but I believe with the internet and everything that we got going on now, our kids know just as much as we know right now. I just think it's got to start from the family, from the mamas, the daddies, brothers, sisters. If you so call yourself a friend. If you see somebody falling, you need to pick them up. You need to tell them that ain't the way to go. And while the school system going on, you know, that they preparing our kids right now for jail. I mean, because you got all these alternative schools, this detention and ISS, and you got so many things where they put the kids at now when they so-called call our kids doing wrong, and they put them in these cages and these places away from the rest of the kids, then consider them being bad. To me, that's just like a strike to Beaumont, to juvenile. That's the next step. Then from Beaumont juvenile, then you go to jail. They marking our kids every day. Hey, look, he gonna be bad, so we got a place for him. Man, all you think your kid gotta do is talk back in class or say something different. They going right to juvenile. I mean, ain't giving the kids no chances no more, man. I mean, the kids, matter of fact, the teachers ain't even putting the word out there for the kids no more because the teachers scared of the kids now, man. It's bad to say. Right now, when them kids drive up in them nice cars and come to school with gold chains on, shit, $200 shoes on, all the clothes they wear. Them teachers ain't trying to teach them. Them teachers actually mad at the kids. Shit, he got a better car than I had. Look what clothes he got on. So they don't even want to teach our kids the way they supposed to teach our kids. Only thing that kid got to do is say one word they think they ain't right. They gonna put him out of school just because of the way he dressed or what he driving. I mean, the system messed up, man. You got some teachers in there that's really caring, but a lot of teachers don't care no more. Plus now the teachers are the same age as the students.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got a teacher now with 22, 23, shit. They're clubbing together, the kids and the teacher clubbing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's so close right now, man. It's crazy, bro. I mean, so man, then we just got to do better, man. I think we, as the people in the community, got to go up to the schools and demand more from the teachers and from the school for our kids. I think we got to demand more educational more for our kids and start trying to put it on everybody else. I think we need to go up and we see something wrong. We need to go up there as a group of people and say, look, we don't like what's going on with our kids here. If we keep going up there as a group of people, things will change. That's why we need to get together and we can make things happen.
When we decide to change, we already have the tools to push ourselves through it. You know, we have the support because we grown folk. But when it comes to the youth that you see going down the wrong path,
Yeah.
what could you say to give them strength and to give them hope and to give them purpose in life to be a perfect citizen or a constructive citizen in the community?
I just say, man, look, don't give up on your life. Just because you made a mistake, don't mean you're going to keep making mistakes over and over and over and over and over. Everybody make mistakes and nobody perfect. We just can't keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over and over. And I feel like the youth right now, with all the tools that they have, the internet, the outlets, what they can do, they can be successful. They got a better opportunity right now than they ever had before. They just got to apply themselves to want to be successful. You know, and I tell them like this, man. I've been down the path that they going down. It's not cool. Only difference from my path, from their path, or whoever path is, I never been locked up. But everything else they doing or going to do, I have done. So I just look at it, man. Look, you don't want to go behind them bars. You know, you want to you want to be able to live. You don't want nobody telling you what to do behind a cage all day long, man. And anybody tell you that shit cool, they crazy. Cause I hear guys out here seem like they want to go to jail. Like it's a good mark to go to jail. Like I've been there and brag about jail. Man, jail ain't nothing to be bragging about. I don't think it's cool behind bars. So you can say what you want. I don't think it's cool. You bragging to the wrong person. I'm looking at you like you dumb when you talk about jail to me. Cause for real, I know we make mistakes. We get locked up. We do for our family. I know all that. But to come home and brag about that to a kid, I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's right. So my thing is, we got to teach these kids not to try to go to jail, to be able to take care of their families, their kids. They can't take care of their family if they locked behind a jail cell. They can't do right by their kids like that. We got to stop telling our kids it's cool to be a gangster, or it's cool to go to jail. Then when they get home, we always throwing parties and celebrating them. You know, I mean, like he just graduated from college, we throwing big parties and shit. For somebody just came home from jail, man, we gotta be able to tell them, man, that ain't the place to be. I mean, it's shit. Nobody wants to be there, man. If you want to be there, something wrong with you, man. All this life out here, you can be doing different things out here in these streets. Nobody want to be behind no cage, man. We need to live our life, man, out here. Be able to teach these kids and teach our kids. Live a positive life, man. That hatred that we have for each other out here is crazy, man. We got to uplift each other, man. We got to be positive with each other. We see somebody doing good, man, pat them on the back and tell them they're doing a good job. You see somebody doing something wrong, tell them, hey, man, that's wrong. You're going down the wrong path, man. I'm just trying to help you. You know, that's it, man. We need to help each other, man, instead of bring each other down, man, or lift each other.
Do you feel that things are set up accordingly for mankind to fail? When we became grown, we rebelled and we knew how to take care of things. Do you feel like the youth is being under attack? Once they attack the youth would take it upon themselves to bicker, to argue, and to separate, because there's power when you bring all any mankind together, not just black and white. If you notice, when you go into a supermarket or any type of grocery store, things are set up on display. If you take your child through the checkout line, their age of candy they need, they can reach it. If you got a child in the cart, they know exactly what to reach. Everything is already set up there for you. Now, as you walk around that store, you see the most expensive technology that a child gonna say, "Let me get that," like a hoverboard.
Yeah.
What happened to the big wheel?
Yeah.
It's like the things that we had then disappeared, and they being controlled by the final thing. Even with these grown guys, they'll take one materialistic thing and say, "Look at me," but that don't define who you are.
No.
And it's such a bad example, for the children. So, how do you feel about the way things are structured? Is it structured actually for our convenience as grown-ups, or is it set up for kids? So when someone say, "No, you can't have that," or "No, we can't afford that," they'll be locked in their kids' head. When they get older, "Oh, my mama can't afford that, so I'm going to go hustle. I'm going to go sell drugs so I can go get it myself." Whether it's Michael Jordan's or what, because the things that we lack is expensive.
Yeah. But I think, honestly, the government is more programmed everybody, bro. Because think about this, bro. They building all these jail cells all over the world. Only how you gonna get people in these jail cells is for people to do wrong.
Yeah.
Alright, so now you got all these movies they curating. They putting all these drugs on the streets. They basically selling you a dream to tell you, we gonna give you this, but they ain't telling you the outcome of the dream, that you gonna get locked up behind it. You can be a big time drug dealer. We're gonna let you sell drugs for 3 to 5 years, 10 years. Then we're gonna come get you because we need to put you in our jail cell because we make $40,000 off of you a year. So that's just like with gang banging. Hey, we gonna allow y'all to kill each other for a while, then we can lock y'all up in our system. We give y'all the rags for $2.50. Y'all gang banging for a block that y'all don't even own, a block that you don't even know of. We gonna give y'all that. Hey, we gonna bring the drugs over here, and we gonna let y'all fight among each other over who drug spot. You on my spot over territory. We killing over territory for drugs. But you do the killing, you get locked up. You sell the dope, you get locked up. They winning the whole time. We losing the whole time because we losing our brothers, we losing our kids, we losing our fathers, our mothers to the system. So I think it is rigged for us to suffer, some of us to fail. If our mind ain't strong enough, we gonna fail. Because we see what we see on the movies, in the videos. We see the rappers. We see the people living these luxury lives, these cars, and we want that. But we living in the hood. And I hate to say, I'm gonna say this. What gets me about our drug dealers and our people, you would get 100,000 car and live in a $5,000 house. We will park 100,000 car, luxury car in the ghetto with apartment buildings with spray paint all over it. You don't think these people know what you doing? You don't know that it's programmed. When they drive down the street, they already know who's selling dope by the cars that we drive. It's bad to say, because I hate to say that, because a white man could have that same car, but they won't pull him over. But they will pull you over. Because you know what we gonna do? We gonna make that car more noticeable so we can get pulled over. What we gonna do is, we ain't gonna go to work. We gonna ride around Kilmarnock all day long, or in the hood all day long, from 9 to 5, and the man can see you not working. We gonna wash our car all day long at the car wash. We gonna walk around with big gold chains on. We gonna go into McDonald's to buy a Happy Meal, and we gonna put out $1,000 to buy a Happy Meal. We want people to know what we do. That's why there's a lot of us caught up in the system right now. We want to brag about how much money that we have, and we want to let everybody know I'm the man all the time. That's our attitude. To me, we always got to be one ahead of somebody. You might work a 12-hour shift, but you ain't making more money than me. We're gonna let that person know that you ain't making no more money than what I'm making. My family, we living up here. Your family living down. We always trying to put somebody down. That's why there's a lot of us in the system right now because of material things. You know, because we try to boast and brag about what we have more than the next person. We got to tell everybody that I'm living better than you. You're not living your best life. I'm living my best life. We just got to let everybody know that. Instead of us just being happy for each other, we just can't do that. I can't be happy for you. Why not? You know, be happy for the next man and the next woman, man. Stop hating on each other, man. We only living once, man. Just love each other, man.
Do you feel like people are more afraid of the younger generation now than it was before, and why? And is that's basically some of the reason why the youth react the way that they react, because they know we don't care. Well, not as a whole.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe right now because the youth is so right now with like back then with days we fought. Right now it's all about guns. Motherfuckers scared to get hit right now, so everybody got a gun now. So that make everybody scared, and I mean the point is they scared of their lives, because I know like I'm watching a crowd of people, half of them probably got a gun in their pocket. When we came up, all you had to worry about was, can you throw your knucks?
Yeah.
Can you fight? And we was worried about throwing these. Now it's about this. So yeah, I believe the older people scared of the younger generation because right now too many. You can look on the news, man. Shit, 10, 12, 13 or more people dying every day.
Yeah.
Over gunshots, over gang violence, or over nonsense. So yeah, I think older heads are scared of the youth. I mean, because the youth is wilding out right now, man. The youth don't care, man. They don't. Back in the day, at least when we was out there, we hold the doors for elders.
Right.
If I see an old lady coming out of the store or I'm holding the door for her. If I see her with some groceries, I'm carrying her groceries to the car. I'm doing that for her. If I was on a bus in the city and the bus was crowded and I was sitting in the seat and the old lady got on, I gave my seat up for the old lady. I mean, the youth ain't doing that no more, man. They don't have no respect for the elders no more, man. That's gone right now. But we got to make them respect us. You know what I'm saying? We got to make them respect us.
Do you feel like we have lost a lot of our younger generation?
Yeah.
Behind these prison walls, due to whatever? Do you feel like everybody ain't a criminal?
No.
Do you feel like some of them that put themselves in a situation actually was a victim, or they cried out for help somewhere along the line and didn't get that help that they needed to be productive?
Yeah, I believe that. I believe people crying every day for help. I mean, some people just, they ain't really taking hold to it, because everybody who locked up ain't, ain't bad. I'm gonna get that. I always say that everybody who locked up is not bad. Remember that. I mean, they probably cried out for help, and if they didn't receive it, they probably cried to their mama, their father, even to the teacher. But nobody responded to them, so they felt like nobody loved them. So that's why every time I hear somebody say, look, I need help or I'm going through something, I try to call them or text them or say something to them, because that one word might save their life. You never know what somebody going through at a time, man. If somebody don't have somebody say, look, I love you, I believe in you, I think you can do good, I think you're on the right path, don't give up, keep trying. People need to hear that, because if they don't hear that, it might be the day that they take their life, because they ain't had nobody to tell them that they actually care for them. And I think we need that more, man. That's why I believe in Real Talk of Change is coming, man, because I'm trying to help people, man. I'm trying to be that voice to be able to tell somebody, look, don't give up on life. Hey, you can make it. Hey, just because they don't believe in you, I believe in you.
Okay.
Hey, keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't going to believe, and you always going to have them naysayers. But look, all you need is one person to believe in you. That's all you need. You got somebody to believe in you, say that, look, I love you. I believe in you. I think you can make it. You're not a bad person. You're a good person. I think that's all people need to hear sometime is, hey, I love you, man. You can make it. And don't be scared, man. Don't be scared to try to make it. Don't be the fear of disappointment or going to a job and they don't hire you or trying to go get a house and you can't get it or trying to go get a car and you don't get it. Just keep trying. I mean, don't stop trying for your dreams. Keep going on what you need to do out of life, man. Don't let nobody hold you back and say you can't do it. You just need one person. For one, the man upstairs, if you believe in him, that's your one person. But somebody down here too, cause God gonna send somebody to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's 100. I believe that God always gonna send the right people to you at the right time and place that you need them. You just gotta be open minded to listen to what they gotta say. That's what I believe.
When we was coming up, we had Big Mama. Big Mama will warm your hind paws until your parents get there, and then they'll warm your hind paws all at the same time. Our generation now don't have Big Mama. Big Mama are going on to a better place. What would you tell the youth? Who can they turn to, or who can they call on if they don't have that type of role model in their life at this time?
Man, it could be big brother, it could be big sister, it could be the pastor, it could be the mama, the daddy, it could be the brother on the street, it could be anybody. It could be your role model, as long as they positive. Somebody that you can look to and say, well, I like what they doing. I need to be doing that too. You know, it could be somebody on the internet, on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anybody. It could be, you know, as long as they positive and they doing right. That could be a role model. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody living a productive life. Somebody that's willing to help you, but you got to be willing to help yourself. And you got to be willing to listen to what that person is trying to tell you and what that person trying to tell you how to go about living your life. You know, because some of us have bad role models.
Yeah.
I mean, all role models ain't good role models, you know. Some of us go to some people who tell us the opposite. You know, tell you that this bag of dope is good for you. Just go rob this. Just go do this, and it's not good for you. So everybody's not a good role model. You just got to find a person in your life that helps you be happy every day and help you want to see to be the best that you can be. That's what you need to look for in your life.
Do you feel like the older generation within the community and a whole within itself, within the Northern Neck, has given up on the youth and turned and walked the other way?
I'm going to say no because I haven't gave up on the youth. I believe